Okay, hi everyone. I started the webinar early as usual in case there are any technical difficulties that I need to fix or any technical errors. In the meantime, if anyone is here, just say hi, hi. Another week, another discipline. Yes. Hello, HMH. Cool. We'll give like everyone a minute to like settle in, right? Because like we still have a minute before the webinar officially starts anyways. In the meantime, can you guys let me know how your trading week was like? Like, did you guys get into any trade last week? How long have you been trading for? If you are new here, let me know a little bit about you guys. Don't be shy. Hi, hola, Cass. Hola, from 2:30 a.m. Mexico. Oh my goodness, hello. First time live webinar attendee, 5 years learning trading. Just started trading live, not in profit yet, just trying to figure out some wrinkles. Okay, don't worry. You know, you can keep learning and learning and trading and you're not profitable. And one day you're just going to get it. And one day when you get it, everything's going to make sense. Like everyone's like, everything's gonna just like, oh, okay, that time that I was losing was basically just a practice session. Okay, cool. It's already 5:30 here in Singapore, so I am going to start the webinar. Okay, I'm just gonna start with the introduction so that we don't waste too much time. We can spend a little bit more time on the charts, and you know, we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, cool. Hello, hello, Jamilu. How's it going? Sorry, just give me a moment. I'll be back. Just give me like 1 minute. I need to turn on. I also logged into YouTube from my side just to make sure everything's okay. I realized I need to turn off the sound. Just give me a sec. Okay, good. Everything is good on my end. I think should be good on your end as well. Hello, let me see. Where is the chat? Hello, AJ. Welcome back. Okay, cool. Let's start the webinar so that we don't delay. Hello, everyone. Whether you are here for your first time or you're back here, welcome to today's webinar hosted by IC Markets. Okay, we're gonna do a live trading session. Today's the 9th of June. It's 5:30 p.m. here in Singapore. We've got people tuning in from Mexico. It's really early there, so I hope I get something for you because I don't want to be, you know, I don't want you to be losing sleep for nothing. Okay, so disclaimer, you guys know how this works. Everything I share in this webinar should not be construed as trading advice, should not be construed as investment or any form of financial advice. Please only take this purely as educational. Okay, this is not a signals group, although we are going to the live markets. Okay, please do not take this as a signals group. I will share what I personally will be trading or what I personally am looking at, but I do not encourage you guys to follow my footsteps unless you guys have done your own research and are in agreement. Okay, Shava. Started watching your videos and love your analysis and the way you explain. It's engaging, fun, and eye-opening. Thank you so much. That's very encouraging. Please let IC Markets know. Last week was once green, another week of patience, waiting for US CPI release before looking for trade setups. Okay, good. You should be waiting for the news before anything. No worries, Shava. Thanks for the encouragement. I really appreciate it. Okay, so introducing your host. For those who don't already know me, my name is Cassandra. You can call me Cass. I am an investment analyst and a prop trader. Okay, so I am with a research firm called Everest Fortune Group. We are the finalists for the best forex and best equity research for multiple years running. We basically do a lot of like back testing, a lot of research, a lot of like analysis on where we think the markets are going. We also advise other traders, and sometimes the material you see online are also online or anywhere used by institutions, are materials that we have curated. Okay, so me personally, other than being an analyst where I do research and backtesting and whatnot, I'm also a certified prop trader. So for those who don't know what prop trading is, it basically requires a trader to go take trading tests. You need to do the ones that I told, you need to do 10% profit within a month to get funded. So once you are funded, you're trading someone else's fund. I mean, you're trading a firm's fund, and then whatever profits you make will work. So the point of me sharing this with you is to let you guys know that you guys are in good hands. Other than that, I also specialize in technical analysis. So if you do have any questions regarding technical analysis, do not be shy. Ask me in the chat box. I'll answer you to the best of my ability. Otherwise, if you're asking about fundamentals, there's no way for me to really be master of fundamentals, because fundamentals is something that's constantly changing, right? It's just news based. So for fundamentals, we need to be constantly looking at the news together. But otherwise, for technical analysis, I do spend a lot of time back testing. So I am a bit more versed in that. Okay, agenda for today, key approaches, cheat sheet checklist, and we will head to the live charts. Do you think of technical analysis on MT4, MT5? I do not do technical analysis on MT4, MT5. I personally find MT4, MT5 a bit complicated. It's not very user-friendly in my opinion, okay, compared to TradingView. I'm just so used to TradingView, and because I'm used to TradingView, that's what I stick with. Okay, so new ones here, please save this. I know the rest of you, Jamilu, AJ, HMH, you guys should have this, but if you are new here, please save this. We will be using this to look for setups. This is not a very conclusive list. This list can be longer. I think I need to edit this list, honestly. It's a little outdated. I'm gonna edit it eventually so that I can show you guys a list that I do actually use. I do use this, some of it, but I don't use, for example, I don't really use death cross or golden cross. I don't really use a lot of moving averages. Other than Ichimoku, I don't really use moving average. But anyways, this is a list that you can use. But my list, my personal list, I will probably edit this. This is a list that the research firm that I'm with uses. Okay, so Everest Fortune Group uses this list. I personally will make my own eventually, and then I can share it with you guys. Okay, cool. Thank you for staying for that introduction. Let's head to the live charts. Yeah. Where is it? There you go. Okay, there you go. So I was saying I don't really use MT4, MT5. I have it on downloaded on my computer. I just don't use it. I just find it so confusing. It's not very user friendly in my personal opinion. Maybe I just don't know how to use it, but I'm so used to TradingView, that's why I use it. Okay, so I did this analysis on, I think it was Thursday. Jamilu, correct me if I'm wrong. So Jamilu is with me the entire week. So Jamilu is with me the entire week. So I did this analysis on Thursday. This would have played out beautifully, but it missed my entry by a little bit. I was basically calling a sell for gold, not because I think that gold is bearish. I think gold is bullish. But I was playing the pullback. So even if price is bullish or bearish, you need to know that price is moving in a zigzag. So I was playing this pullback here, right? It's dangerous to play the pullback because you are going against trend. It's the same as swimming in the ocean. You are going against the wave. So it's a little bit dangerous. So usually when I play pullbacks or I play against trend, I will risk half of what I usually risk. So usually I risk 1% for my trades, but because I was going against trend, I only risked 0.5 for this, but I did not even get in because it didn't even hit my sell entry. But the point is important. It is important to come back and reanalyze what went wrong or what worked out. So I'm glad that looking at this, my analysis was correct. My direction was correct. Is the thing that I was not correct on was the entry. So usually I kind of have like a trading journal. Okay. I'm not going to show you today. I'll show you next week because I don't know what my trading journal looks like. It could be very messy. Okay, but I have a trading journal where I write down like my trades, and then I'll write like, okay, there was no entry because blah blah blah. And then the notes or the memo I will write on my trading journal is like, I need to improve on my entry. I need to work on getting a better entry. Or if I get stopped out, let's say my entry was correct, but I get stopped out and then price U-turn and went to my take profit after stopping me out, then I will write, I need to work on the entry or I need to work on the stop loss. Okay, so I usually come and like analyze what I did wrong. So in this case, the entry was wrong. Let me see if I would have done it any differently. So the reason I chose this entry here was because there was a 127.2 Fibonacci extension, there was a 161.8 Fibonacci expansion, and there was a 100% Fibonacci projection. On top of that, there's a swing high here. So it made me think that this level is a very good level that price will come to and reverse. Okay, so price did reverse, it's just that it didn't reverse at my entry. So let me see if I would have done it any differently. Honestly, I wouldn't. Let me go down to the 1 hour. Yeah, I wouldn't have done this any different. Oh, okay. Maybe on the 1 hour, I would have made my zone a bit wider. Okay. So if I was looking at the 1 hour, because I was only looking at the 4 hours, that's why my entry was just here. But if I'm now looking at the 1 hour, I can see that there were actually a lot of swing highs here that I could have used as reference, making this a better zone where I think price is going to reverse. But it's okay. I didn't get on that. Let's try to find something better this week. Last week, okay, so 3 weeks ago, I did 6.5%. 2 weeks ago, I did 4.5% profit. So 6.5% profit, 4.5% profit. And last week, I did 0.5% profit. Last week was a bit of a slower or lower week for me because I had one loss. So I took 2 trades last week. One trade, I did 1% loss, and one trade I did, it was supposed to be a 3%, sorry, it was supposed to be a 2% profit trade, but I took my profits earlier, so I did 1.5%, and I had to cancel out the 1% that I lost. So in total, I made 0.5% last week. So I'm still positive. That's a good thing, but it's just a bit slower. So let's hope that we find something today. Okay, cool. So I do still think, let's start with the daily first. Usually I don't really want to start with daily because it's too big of a time frame. Let's start with the 4 hours. Let me know in the chat box, based on the 4 hours, do you guys think price is on a uptrend or a downtrend? Let me know in the chat box if you guys think price is on an uptrend or a downtrend based on the 4 hours. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for a while. Looks like it's consolidating, ranging. Currently uptrend, but it could be also sideways. Okay, thank you so much. So if we are focusing just on this part, I personally see a uptrend, right? Because the uptrend is basically higher highs, higher lows, right? So higher highs, higher lows. But if we are looking at the bigger picture, which is this entire thing, okay, it is making lower lows. Yeah, this is still considered lower low. sorry, lower high and lower lows. Okay, so you guys, everyone see that? So it's a little conflicting. So yes, it is kind of like a it's kind of ranging in a way where there's like conflicting answers. Okay, but I personally, let's just look at the short term. Okay, because we are day trading, so even if price is moving up or moving down, okay, it doesn't matter. What we're gonna focus is here right now. We're gonna focus on what we can catch right now. So right now, because looking at the closer picture, I'm not gonna look at the bigger picture, okay? Looking at the smaller picture here, I do think it's an uptrend, right? Okay, don't worry too much about this. It's not a break, okay? It's not a break. Why? Because technically this part here has not broken this part, so technically it's still moving in an uptrend. Okay, I do think that I personally would want to get in for a buy. Okay, I personally do think I would want to get in for a buy. So if I were to get in for a buy, I need to first write why. Reasons for buying. Remember, everything about trading is logical and factual. There's no need to like feel like, oh, I feel this. Everything you do need to come with reason. So I'm looking for a buy, but I need to like list down why I'm looking for a buy. So H4, most recent price is showing uptrend. Okay, let's pull out some things. Ichimoku. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, forget it. Ichimoku is showing a sell. Okay. I need to think about this. We will come back to XAO USD in a while. We will come back to XAO USD in a while. In the meantime, let's go to EUR USD. I need to think about this because there's conflicting informations now. Okay, nice. Very, very nice. Okay, cool. Can you guys let me know in the chat box if you see an uptrend or a downtrend? I personally see an uptrend. If you guys see something else, let me know. I don't see anything else. Okay, EUR USD is moving in an uptrend, but we need to take note of something very important. There is this very, very strong resistance here. Okay, there's a very strong resistance here. So there's two ways we can do this, right? We need to wait for price to break this box, come back and retest, reject the box, and then go back up. So then this is where we can play the buy. Okay, so this is basically a breakout strategy. Okay, I do not like playing breakouts. I do not like playing breakouts. I like to play the pullback and then the reversal instead. Okay, I like to play the pullback and continuation instead. So this is basically a breakout, a pullback and a retest, and then a continuation of trend. I personally, what I like to play is a pullback here and then a continuation of trend. Okay, so there's two ways to analyze this chart. What I personally think is going to happen is, okay, that has tested already. That's a break. Let's come back and test already. Give me a moment, guys. I don't think EUR USD is gonna come back. Okay, so based on the structure of the charts, there was a break here, it came back and retest, and then it continues up, and then came back retest. Um, yeah, I think the only thing that's going to happen with EUR/USD, it is going to try to break this area. Okay, we are not going to get in on EUR/USD. We are going to let the markets break it, come back and retest. At the retest, I'm going to get in for a buy. Okay, I do not want to get in now. Reason being because I don't know if it is strong enough to break this area. I have no idea if it's strong enough to break this area. So uh reason to buy, bullish uptrend, bearish DXY. I think news last week was good for EUR. Let me see. Was nothing bad. Okay. H4 showing bullish. Oh, I already wrote that. Okay. I now know I am 90% sure of a buy. Okay, question. Where do I get in for a buy? Question mark. Where do I get in for the buy? Okay. I really don't think it's gonna pull back one more time. I think it's going to try to break this time. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for the break, come back, and buy entry, take profit somewhere around here. Stop loss depends on where you get in. So the stop loss could either be here or here. Okay, so this is my thoughts on what I think. Need to pull up. Why do I keep using Ichimoku? Because Ichimoku is a support and resistance, and it's also a kind of moving average. If anyone sees a divergence, let me know. Holy smokes, I see a divergence. Do you guys see that? Anyone else sees the divergence? Cheat sheet. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here as a cheat sheet. Bullish, hidden price. Okay, so price is moving on an uptrend. Divergence is showing a downtrend. Why is it? Yeah, showing a downtrend. Okay. Cool. Hi. This is why doubts. This is why you check everything. Let's see what stochastics is saying. Same. 21, 5, and 3. Same divergence here. Okay, scratch that. I'm gonna consider a sell. I'm gonna consider a possible sell. Why do I take stochastics and RSI so seriously? It's because in the past, when I'm doing backtesting, I notice anytime there's a divergence, it ends up, most of the time, it ends up being right. Okay, I'm gonna take this away. I am not 90% sure it's a buy. I am 90% sure it's a buy. Sorry. I am 90% sure it's bullish, but not today. Like, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say that price is in fact moving up, but it could be pulling back at this current point of time. So satisfying the divergence. Okay, so I am going to consider a sell instead. Okay, entry for the sell. Give me a sec. Entry for the sell. Most likely gonna be here. I'm gonna consider a sell somewhere along this line. Can find a Nike tick here. Nothing. Don't see anything. If you guys see anything that you would like me to check, let me know. I guess this is a very weak, like it's like I'm trying to force it. Okay. I think price is going to reverse somewhere along this pink box, more likely within this blue box. Okay, I think price is going to reverse here, somewhere along here, but most likely here. Okay, so when price comes here, I will wait for a reversal pattern candlestick. Okay, I will wait for a reversal pattern candlestick. Maybe that's not a good one. If I see a reversal pattern candlestick here, maybe on the 15 minutes, okay, once price gets here and I see Yeah, I'm actually quite confident with this area here, somewhere along this area. Once price gets here, I'm going to consider a sell. Okay, so now the next question is, where am I going to sell it to? Remember, we are still going against trend because because we are still going against trend because H4 is showing that's bullish, DXY is bearish, news is good, Ichimoku is showing buy. Okay, so I overall still think EUR/USD is buy, is bullish. It's just that I need to know what is happening now. I want to get in a trade because if I'm constantly going to wait for price to go up, I might not be able to get in on any trade. Okay, so somewhere along here is my entry. Okay, stop loss is going to be above this zone. Okay, next question is, where am I going for my take profit? I don't think this is I think this is a possible take profit. I think this is a possible take profit. But because we are going against trend, again, because we are going against trend, you might not want to aim for something so far. You might want to aim for something nearer. Okay, so it's not a great trade. Let's say I put it even tighter. It's really not a great trade because I cannot really pinpoint where in this box price is going to stop, but once you get in and then it looks like price is going your way, what you can do is move your stop loss to your entry so that your risk to reward becomes better. Okay, take note, I do still think price is going up. I just don't think that price will be able to break and go up higher today. So what I'm going to do is try to play the pullback so that I can still get in on a trade. Okay, I still have a trade to get in on. Yeah, most likely it's gonna try to aim for somewhere along here. Ichimoku not showing a lot, to be honest. Ichimoku is not showing a lot. Okay, cool. That is my analysis for EUR/USD at this current point of time. Okay, that is my analysis for EUR/USD at this current point of time. If price shows reversal signals, I'm going to get in for a sell. If not, there is a possibility that price is going to ignore. There is a possibility that price is going to ignore the divergences and then continue up and then continue with the break. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to reject in this area. Okay, so that's what I have for EUR/USD. Let's go back to XAU/USD. This was done a long time ago. 4 hours. Again, is it up or down? It's down here, but it's up here. Oh, okay. This is actually a very nice triangle. Okay. Yeah, I'm still biased for gold to be a buy. Reason being because overall, gold is just a buy. Also because, okay, so when we think about gold, we need to think about what it means to be buying gold. People usually buy gold when there's a lot of uncertainty in the market and they're scared and they don't know what to do. So with what is going on in the US, okay, with what is going on in the US, there might be uncertainty and there might still be a group of people wanting to hold gold. Okay, so it makes me feel like, okay, I feel like gold will still go up because of how uncertain this period is. Okay, but the only place that I will consider to get in for a buy for gold is here. For it to even reach here, you need to break this triangle first. And then once it breaks the triangle, people will think that it's, oh, gold has broken the triangle, it's bearish. No, not necessarily. Okay, so once price get in here, I will consider getting in for a buy. Somewhere within this box, okay? I don't know where in this box, I just know somewhere within this box. Where am I going to buy it to? I'm just going to buy it back to here, or where price is right now. Basically, I'm going to buy it back to this zone. I know every time you guys join my webinars, I cannot give you, oh, that's really not a good zone. Yeah, probably here. Then my stop loss will be somewhere around here. Okay, so just below this zone. My stop loss will be below this zone. So let's say you get in somewhere along here. We'll just put it in the middle. Your take profit is somewhere along here. Buy entry. Stop loss, we are looking at somewhere between, it looks like 1 to 3. Yeah, 1 to 3.72% trade. That means if you have a $100,000 account, you are risking 1%, which is $1,000, to make $3,720. Okay, percentage is important when you are trading. Risk to reward is important when you are trading. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense to me. This trade makes sense to me. Price is currently below this Ichimoku, but can you see how price goes above the Ichimoku and then it reverses? It goes above the Ichimoku and reverses. It could also go below the Ichimoku and just reverse here. So I think I'm happy with this setup. Ichimoku isn't showing much anyways, but I am happy. I think I'm quite happy with this setup. Yes. 1, 2, 3. It's probably going to aim to go somewhere along this line. Okay, somewhere along this pink box is my buy entry. I need to wait for price to actually get to this pink box, and then I wait for the reversal pattern candlesticks, and then I get in. My stop loss will just be below this pink box. Honestly, you can play this really tight and get a really good trade. I am hoping to, get a good trade this week as well, because yeah, I'm hoping to end the month in more than 10% profit this month. So this is one of the trade I will consider. Price is a bit far from entry right now, but let me see how long it will possibly take. It might take a day or two for price to get here, and then from here, then I'll continue to reanalyze. Okay, so that's all I have for gold at this current point of time. So gold, and then EURUSD. Can you guys let me know in the chat box if anyone has any charts you guys want me to look at? You guys have any charts you want me to look at? I'm also happy with this sell for EURUSD. I'm happy with the sell. I'm happy with the buy for gold. Okay, cool. Pound yen. Give me a sec. Let me do this one first, and then we can look at those. I only see price going on a downtrend. Right? I only see price moving in a very nice downtrend. So I am happy to conclude that based on the 4 hours, USD CHF is, I would want to look for a sell. Okay, so want to look for a sell. Where am I going to get in for the sell? Right, where am I going to get in for the sell? Comes back, breaks again. It looks like it's ranging, to be honest. Okay, you need to be very careful. So it will either pull back here. Look, I don't know where price is going, so I can only make analysis based on future, right? I cannot like look at it now. If I want to look at it now and I want to get in on a trade right now, we are looking at the wrong time frame. If we need to get into the trade, we need to look at the 5 minutes or the 1 minute time frame. But we are not scalping, we are day trading. So because we are day trading, I need to wait for the movement to happen, and then I can decide what to do. Okay, I am biased that price is on a downtrend. So you need to be careful that if price breaks this area, you need to wait for the retest and then you can enter for a buy. I mean sell here. Okay, so this is the area that you need to look out for. This is an area you need to look out for. You need to, in case price breaks this area, and this is an area you want to look out for. Because price is going to come here, it's going to retest this area, and then if it fails to retest, it's going to U-turn. Okay, so this could be your sell entry. This could be your sell entry. Okay. If price suddenly has momentum and breaks this area, I think the next area is going to test is this. Okay. If it suddenly comes here and then it didn't reject, it breaks, the next area is going to test is here. Okay. Give me a sec. Yep. Next area is going to retest is here. Okay, so I am happy with, honestly, not saying much, but I am happy with playing the ranging for USD CHF. Take note, whenever you're playing a ranging market, it is not a high probability trade. Okay, it is not a high probability trade because right now you are playing what you think is uncertainty. So you think that price is going to continue moving here. Okay, this is not a high probability trade, but it is something I might consider getting in on a very, very small lot, on a very, very small risk to reward. If this is your entry, your take profit is going to be here. Okay, your stop loss is going to be give me a moment. So your stop loss is going to be here. Very tight stop loss. This could be a very, very high risk to reward trade, honestly. Okay, this looks like okay, the problem with this setup is it's a dangerous trade, but high risk to reward. Okay, you get in here, you put your top stop loss super duper tight, and you hope price continues to move within this zone, and then your take profit is here. You want to be conservative, you can put your take profit somewhere around here, but we're talking about 1 to, let's say you put it so tight, right? I'm gonna put it, let me see what does it mean. 499 02499. You can put it even tighter, to be honest. Okay, we put it so tight. We're looking at a 1 to 7 trade. It could even be a 1 to 10 trade, because we're looking at a very, very tight stop loss trade. Okay, not high probability, but very good risk to reward. And then you can even play it all the way here. Oh my goodness, honestly, if this one works out right, I will consider getting on this trade. So okay, let's say it's a 1 to 8 trade. I'm gonna go in 0.5% for this trade, okay, because it's a dangerous trade. Anytime it is a dangerous trade, I go on very low risk. Okay, I go on very low risk anytime it's a dangerous trade. So I'm gonna go 0.5, and then I'm going to, if this works out, it's gonna be an 8. I'm gonna make 4%. So putting into context, $100,000 account. Okay, I'm only risking $500 to make $4,000. Okay, this is how high risk to reward trades look like. Okay, so I was saying 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I did 6.5%, right? I took 2 trades and in total I made 6.5%. The first trade I did 2+%, and then the second trade I did 4 point. Okay, sorry, the first trade I did 2%, and then the second trade I did 4.5%. That both of those trades I only risked 0.5. I did not over leverage. I didn't even risk 1%. Okay, so my stop loss was so tight, I ended up being correct. And also when price was moving here, so what happens is, I'm gonna move this here. What happens is price was here, it came and then it turned somewhere around here. I started to take my stop loss and I moved it here. So even if price U-turns and hits my stop loss, even if it U-turns and hits my stop loss, I am still in profit. Okay, just that my profit is really low, but I am still in profit. Okay, so that's why risk management. What time frame do you make your entry? I make my entry on the 1 hour, usually on the 1 hour. Honestly, if I'm being very impatient, I will go 15 minutes, but most of the time 1 hour. Okay, so I don't know what's gonna happen now. We need to wait for price to either go here or here. At this current point of time, it's just in the middle of nowhere. Okay, it's in the middle of nowhere. I cannot give you an entry here. I can, I mean, technically I can if we analyze the 15 minutes, right? Based on the 15 minutes, where do I think the entry is? One, two, three. Okay, based on the 15 minutes, I think the entry is here. Stop loss here. And then it might continue down from here. Okay, but I am not a scalper, so please ignore that analysis. Yeah, I see it. Sorry, I'm sorry. I see it happening. Let me see. Based on the 15-minute, price could pull back here. Okay. Yes. I'm not gonna do scalping analysis for you guys because, okay, the reason why I don't scalp is because structure of the lower time frame charts is very weak compared to time frame that is bigger. So I rather take high quality trades than low quality trades. Okay, I rather take high quality trades than low quality trades. I see this could possibly work out. You know what? I'm just gonna pretend I don't see it, because now that I see it, it kind of makes me want to get in on this trade, right? It kind of makes me considering getting in on this sell for the 15 minutes. But ultimately, I want to follow the 4 hours and the 1 hour, because structure on those charts are stronger. Therefore, the chances of your analysis or your trade working out will be stronger. Okay, if you're only basing on price action. Okay, next chart, duplicate. I'm gonna look at is pound yen. Pound JPY. Let's pull out IC markets chart. Oh, by the way, if you guys are using trading view, so you can type in the pair that you want to analyze, right? And then you see at the side here, it says IC market, Owenda, FXCM, Forex.com, Pepperstone. Please choose the IC market. If you choose the IC markets, it will be the same as the charts that is on your, you know, because you're trading with IC markets. So it will be the same. The spread will be the same. And then the charts movement will be the same. And then live prices will be the same. So use the same charts. Oh, I do not like the look of this. Triangle, very, very obvious triangle. I mean, if you are feeling brave, price is at a resistance right now. Right? Price is at a resistance right now. I mean, if I have to come up with a analysis for the British yen, the pound yen, price is at a resistance right now. Let me see where. Oh, yikes. You see, there's one thing I don't like about this. So I've recently started going in depth with smart money analysis, and I deep dive into like smart money. One thing about smart money is like every time where there's a zone that price comes in the exact place, the institutional traders or like the smart money knows that you are going to put your sell here. They know you're going to put your sell here. So what are they going to do? They are going to purposely go to the next zone instead, which is here. They are going to purposely do that so that all your stop loss is hit. Why do they do that? Because trading is a zero-sum game. For someone to win in trading, someone needs to lose. The institutional traders, the bankers and whatnot, they can only make money if they get rid of us, the retail traders. We are retail traders. We are going to put our sell entry here. Thank you so much, Buddha Lama. They're going to put a sell entry here. You're going to put our stop loss here. And then the institutional traders are going to come in and wick us out purposely or go to the next zone on purpose so that we are out of the market and then there's liquidity. Okay, so that's why every time I see ranging market, I always say it's dangerous. It is dangerous. Okay, but the thing is, you don't know whether it's going to break now or it's going to break later. Okay, so it could come here one time, 2 time, come here the 3rd time, and then reverse first, and then maybe break on the 4th time. That's why if you're playing a ranging market, you're basically playing with luck, right? You're basically playing with luck. I know eventually the institutional trader is going to purposely take us out from the market, us retail traders, because we're going to enter here for a sell. We're going to put our stop loss somewhere here. Okay, they are going to purposely hit our stop loss Okay, but I don't know when it's going to happen. That's why I say you can try, if you are feeling brave, you can try to play the ranging market. You can try. I just don't know when the institutional traders are going to come. But one thing good is the institutional traders usually are out of the market when it is not their trading hours. Okay, when it is not their trading hours. So to put that into context, British pound and Japanese yen is the London session and the Asian session, right? So London session, okay, so London session is, I don't know what is this, but okay, New York session is 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock. 8 to 4, that means Singapore time is 8 to 4. Okay, so that means London session is 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. Singapore time. It is 6 right now. Oh, we're actually in the London session right now. We're actually in the London session. But anyways, a lot of volume happens at the start of the session. Okay, so there's a chance that you can still get in on this and play the rejection of this resistance this one time, and then the next time it might just break. Okay, or there is a chance right now it's going to break. So it's dangerous, but I see it. You can try it. It's basically luck, right? It's basically maybe doing it 10 times, you're gonna get lucky 5 times, and then the other 5 times you're gonna get wrong. Okay, but otherwise, I don't love this. I do not love this. Okay, let's do one more chart. Let's do USD CAD. I see markets. Oh dear, I'm at my take profit right. I'm sorry, I'm at my entry right now. Okay, I am at my entry right now. I might consider getting in on a sell. Hold on, give me a moment. Okay, no, I think the entry is here. Sorry. I'm gonna delete everything. I think the entry for Canadian dollars is here for the sell. Could have already happened. Okay, I think this is what's gonna happen, and then continue for the sell. Oh, so many trading opportunities today, only because we're looking at so many charts. Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick analysis, not gonna give you guys a entry, stop loss, and take profit, but I'm gonna just do a very quick one. I think USD CAD is definitely a sell. Okay, I am very biased that it is a sell. The entry is gonna be somewhere around here. Stop loss is gonna be somewhere around here, and then take profit is gonna be somewhere around here. Okay, I'm so sorry guys, that's all I have for you guys today. I have to end the webinar like 1 minute earlier. Okay, I will see you guys. Luck has not worked for me, so no thank you. I'll see you guys in a week. Okay, so thank you so much. Happy trading. I hope everything works out for you guys.